Candidate Victor Gonzalez is an active member of our community, sporting numerous awards for mentoring Pico Rivera's youth. JCPR met with Mr. Gonzalez to discuss some of the changes he plans to make if elected to the Rancho School Board. From your experiences with the youth programs, why do you think parents are sending their kids to school in other districts?
Because the programs being offered in a Rancho are not the programs that the kids need or the parents want for their kids. For example, academy programs. I'm one of those parents that actually sent my son to Cal High because I knew that he could get a better education. At that time, Cal High offered a business academy that my son attended, and he's progressed. To this day, it helped him so much, and I believe that a lot of parents are making the same decisions. What will benefit their kids in the future? And that's one of the reasons, because the Rancho does not offer academy programs.
What ideas or programs would you suggest to better prepare students for their post-high school life?
One of the ideas that I have is talk to every young adult. Let them know, find out first what they want. I mean, we right here in the Rancho School District counselors are pushing kids to join college, to attend college, to do this, to do that. But there's a lot of times the kids want to do different things. For example, mechanic. Some kids want to be mechanics. You know, they want to work on trailers, they want to work on trains, they want to work on things that involve mechanic. In reality, enforcing these kids to, join colleges or start enrollment in colleges, it's just going to get them into debt, because 2 years into college is going to cost them money. So at the end, they're going to realize that that's not what they want. What they want is basically their career path. And I think what we need to do is find out what kids are interested in and bring those programs to prepare those kids for those programs. Like back in my days, we had mechanical, we had wood shop, we had several different programs to prepare every child. Now all that got taken away. My belief is making programs that will benefit these kids and prepare them for the right future.
Right. Do you believe there is a lack of parental involvement in student education? If so, how would you approach this issue?
Yes, I do agree. There is, me being a mentor for 20 years, working with kids and being involved with their youth right here in Pico, there is a big number of lack of supervision for the kids, a lack of involvement with the kids. What can we do? First of all, we need to get to the root of the problem. Every child is different. Every parent's different, but we need to start at least getting to the root of the problem to find out what seems to be the problem. Why are the parents not interested into going to our schools? Because myself, I'll be honest with you, when my son and my daughter attended Cal High, I was very involved with that school, very involved. They invited us to back to school nights. We had parties, we had a lot of events that were so fun. And made it interesting. It wasn't just when our kids were failing, it was when kids are doing well. It was very more fun programs, and I think that's what we need to do. We need to get that bond together with our schools and the parents, and I think that's a lack of it, that schools, for example Rancho, doesn't even get the parents involved. All they do is just basically back to school night. That's it. Make it fun, make it interested, make it where parents are going to come, get a bunch of lunch trucks, or make it, what I did for our basketball fundraiser. I had a fundraiser with the sheriffs versus the fire department. It got the community involved, and I raised money right here in the Rancho gym, and I got them involved, and sure enough, the people came out. And I think that's what we need to do. Make it fun, interesting for our parents to come to our schools. And I think that's one of my plans to do, to continue to do that.
At the forum, you talked about a lack of oversight in some of the decisions the board made. What would you do to ensure administrative accountability?
Yes, I'm very upset on that one, because just recently we're in a budget. We're basically in the red right now, and we're still spending money. Right now, the board elected right now, they spent over $75,000 for a flyer to lie to the parents. They spent another $75,000 to paint our schools differently, to name them academy programs, where it doesn't make sense. We're naming our schools differently, thinking that we're going to convince our parents and convince the community that we're doing better, but it's not. We're not doing better. As a matter of fact, we're even doing worse. And that is something that the school district should be accountable. If they're going to be misusing funds, I believe that the person that is responsible for that should be accountable for that, because the money should be used for our kids, not to lie to the community and spend $75,000 just like it was nothing. And that's my whole point to it. And yes, I will hold every staff accountable that misuses our funds. And even as follow, I will advise them that we as boards, we need to make sure that we do not misuse the money. Myself, as an account manager for my company, I have a budget. I have to follow that budget. If I don't follow that budget, I will be unemployed. And I think that's what we need to do to our staff. We need to hold them accountable. If not, they will also be unemployed. And I think that's the only way they're going to learn.
Do you have any closing statements to the Pico Rivera residents attending Rio Hondo?
Yes, I do. Without you guys, we will continue to follow the path that we've been following for the past 16 years. As you all know that attended Rancho or lived in Pico Rivera, our city schools have not progressed. Instead, we're going backwards. We've been electing people for master's degrees and doctorate degrees that they're misusing their degrees in the wrong way to make money off us as taxpayers. And that's when we need you young adults to step up. And because reality is this, their senior citizens are actually voting, but they're voting for the wrong people. I just went into a house where the voter was voting for a board member not even running. So we need to step up. The young adults, need to take charge and take our schools back and get the right people. I say this to all voters. Do your homework. Don't be convinced by all these people that are telling you, I did this, did that, I have this, I have a master's, I have this, I have done this, or don't believe all that. Ask this question: what have that candidate done for our city, for Pico Rivera? Because I'll tell you this, there's no other candidates like me, because I have 20 years involved in our city as a volunteer sheriff, volunteer fire department, CERP program, and 20 years also involved with our kids, our youth. And it's something that I have in my background. The question is, do the other candidates have that involved in our kids? I don't think so. They work as teachers, they do something else, but I'm talking about our city. So I ask you again, do your homework, vote for the right people, and we need to not repeat history, we need to make history. Thank you for your time and your support.